Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Wow, what a green screen. Isn't that great? All right, there we go. Oh, anyway, wow, I'm so excited today to get started on these photos. Looks like some awesome ones came in today. But anyway, for those of you new here, if anyone, this is my photo editing live stream where you can submit your images for me to edit live using Olympus Workspace mostly. And then towards the end, I use Lightroom on the other cameras because I like to open it up to all cameras. So it's best if you send the raw images if you can, because I can use either Workspace for the Olympus stuff, and then I'll use Lightroom for all the other cameras. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see who's here. I see a lot of people are here already. My goodness, Randy, Deb. Oh, good to see you, Deb. Music is here. Bob, good. Yeah, I got my mic today. I found this sound quality a little better than when using the USB mic, and it doesn't take up any desk space. So I switched over to this, and it's wireless, so I can move around the whole house, and you could still hear me, right? Um, but okay, let me figure out how do I get to the screen that you guys need to see. Number 2 here. This one? Yeah, there we go. All right. Let me make sure I got the filter set right. So yeah, all photos. And again, if you sent photos in from a different camera, it's not going to show here. So what I do is I go into Lightroom and synchronize the folder, and it'll show me all the cameras that are not here. So I do these first, because most of us are Olympus shooters anyway. All right. Please turn the mic off if you have to go. Yeah, TMI, right? We don't need to hear all that. I do have a mute button. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Wow, this church looks familiar. I don't know why, Bob. Bob sent this. I think this, Bob, you sent like a different angle of this church, kind of from the cemetery side. Maybe not, but this looks familiar. Oh, and I got a timer now too. There we go. Let's start the timer. So I'm going to try and limit to 4 minutes per edit, but I reserve the right to go over if I feel like I can do more. But usually 4 minutes is enough. This is already pretty much perfectly exposed. Good sharpness and everything. I don't think we need to do much here. Let's look at the EXIF. The Olympus 14 to 54 with the M1 Mark II, f6.3, 1/640th, ISO 200. Yeah, pretty solid there, Bob. I bet, this brickwork in the church, the dramatic tone filter would really bring this out and the clouds above it. Then I just have to think about cropping. And it's already composed really well. I don't think I even need to crop this much. Maybe let's try a square crop. Come in just a little tighter. And I don't like what the dramatic tone did to the sky. Let me see if the gradation will bring it back a little. Nope. Maybe I can do it with this. You see how dark the sky is here? I'm not digging that. All right. Let's forget the dramatic tone. Let's do it manually. Reset this. I want to bring the blues in a little stronger. Then let's go heavy on the dehaze. I mean, I liked what the dramatic tone did for the brickwork, but it really jacked up the skies. Let's pull in just a little bit more way. Pull saturation off a little. Just on the greens, maybe. Pull the sharpness off. This is all good. And a little heavier on the dehaze. I've already maxed that, so let's try some clarity. We pull the luminance on the sky even more. Go all the way down. Yeah, I agree, Dave. If we could have a little brushing or at least some gradation, that would be awesome. And I'm going to saturate the reds and oranges. I really like that. And I'm going to shift the greens a little. Oh, we're almost out of time. I just want to shift the greens a little bit this way. All right. So final. Sorry, wrong button. So there we have it. Just a square crop, and you know, I want to accentuate the blue skies a little bit and bring out the red in the brick. You know, like right down in, you can't see my mouse, but right down in here. I think that looks really good. All right. Let's go to the next one. And, ooh, this has got pop art filter written all over it. I'm cheating today, right? Using the art filters. Ooh. All right, forget the pop art. We'll just do it manually with the tone curve and saturation. Whoops, here's my timer. Let's do this. This is from Randy Shirar. Add some sharpness. Maybe not that much, right about there. Look at the EXIF real quick. Oh, no EXIF. Why? Completely blank. And work right there. I wonder if I can bring the yellows, the hay a little bit. Yeah. Just shift it a little bit redder. Shift this a little bit. Wood. We're okay on the wood. Man, this is so sharp. I wish I could see the EXIF data on it. Let me just pull up the midtones a little bit more. Yeah, I think you're right, music. That door is a 16 by 9. I think if I go to 4 by 3, I can crop that out a little bit easier. Maybe a little bit off the top. And I'm done. uh, it needs something else though. Let me see if the dehaze will bring the texture in the wood out a little bit. Maybe the clarity. Yeah, the clarity's doing it. I can back off the dehaze. Right about there. Okay, now I'm done. Do it before and after. And yeah, I think music was right. Cropping out that door was worth it. And then, staying with a semi-portrait shot in 4 by 3. And then bringing out the colors and stuff, right? I did a little bit of shifting on the tones, but um, I wanted the hay to have more of a reddish tone, I guess, rather than that yellowish. And then I had to back off the saturation on the oranges. But yeah, it worked. It worked good. Really nice shot. All right, let's go to the next one. Where's my mouse? How come my picture's not showing? There we go. Set the timer. Let's look at the EXIF real quick. EM10 Mark II with a 12 to 60 Panasonic. Morkin, okay. F4.3, ISO 200, 1/60th. Yeah, all good settings there. But this picture, oh my God. This is a mess. This is one of those pictures where, you have a lot of chaos in the image. All right, so yeah, definitely we're gonna go soft focus. And I'm gonna crank it up just a little. Getting. Yeah. And work with the tone curve now. If I can bring out just where the light's hitting. Okay. More vignetting. Oh, this is a raw file. Let me see if I can save some of the highlights. Yeah, they're there. Okay, so I pulled back the exposure. Okay, let's warm it up. And back to the curve. And this is a hard one, Morkin. All right, everything is good here. Need to, what was I thinking? No color adjustments here. He's trying to give me ones with something to do. No kidding. Let me let that render. Oh, I wish I could make it a little bit glassier. I got 30 seconds left. Let me see. Maybe some gradation or clarity. Not gradation, I'm sorry, dehaze. No, that didn't do it. Let me try clarity. No, that's opposite of soft focus, so I'll just do dehaze. All right, time's up. Let's do it before and after. I'm not going to get much further with that, but I just tried to eliminate all of the clutter by crushing all the blacks, but I still can't. I still wasn't able to do much with this. If I had Lightroom, I would have brought the greens out more and shifted the colors a little more red. That's the only thing, but I don't have any color shifting here. You see the adjust colors are all gone because you used a little bit older camera, right? This is EM10 Mark II. So the EM10 Mark II doesn't have adjust color modes. But I'd like to brought out the greens a little more. But if I shifted it this way, that helps a little, but anyway, okay, let's move on. Elaine, this this one is pretty much done already. All I would do is bring out the sneakers a little bit more with some gradation. So let me do that. Doesn't even look like the gradation's bringing it back. Yeah, it's pretty much already been processed. So let me just reset it. Yeah. Nothing I can do here. Pop art. Vintage. That's it. Okay. Cool shot though, Elaine, but yeah, nothing for me to edit. It's already kind of been washed out a little bit. So just apply a vintage filter to shift the colors. That's all I can do. None of the shadows are recoverable. I'd like to bring out the sneakers a little bit more so that you could see them a little better. I think those are Converses, right? Maybe. Anyhow. Okay, Elaine. Appreciate you sending your images in. It's always fun to see your images, Elaine. So just keep sending them in. I always like to see your stuff. All right. Yeah, you're funny, Bob. See what we have here. We have Dawood. Let's see if it gave us any exit. Nope. Let me see. Where's my timer? I don't know. I might save this one for Lightroom. But I'm going to go black and white. Let me just try a dramatic tone in black and white. Yeah, that works. And I'm going to silhouette some more using dehaze. And a transparent train, that's funny. Maybe I can crush a little more with the tone curve. Some vignette. And be a little bit crispier. That. And clarity will make it just make it a little crispy around the edges, I think. Starting to look like Arthur's images. And maybe sepia, that's not a bad idea. Oops, let me just crop in to that. Okay. I don't know if I need the right side either. Right about there. Ooh. I kind of missed this thing though. I like the framing of this thing over the top. But then I don't like this line as much as it was before. Whoops. Doesn't need to tilt. All right, I think that's it. Let's see how much more. A little more silhouette. I like these tones right here. Wow, these are all the way in. Oops, I lost my pen. Hold on. All right, right there. Let's do a before and after. So, yeah, I think the picture was already 90% there. I just basically added some contrast, right? And then a little bit of cropping. Because the extra people on the left and then that graffiti on the right just kind of looked out of place, a little out of balance. I think this is a little more balanced image. I mean, I was thinking about cropping in all the way up to the person standing, but then there wouldn't be much left of the image. So I think this works though. All right. Yeah, a little bit of sepia, right? That would be easy to do. Just pull this in right there. Make it a little split tone. There, final answer. I went a little over time, but I think that looks really good now. Nice vintage looking image. All right, let's move into the next one. And another church here. Really good detail. I like this tree. Oh, where's my timer? I like this tree. Oh, this is the road. There's just some skewing problem here, but I don't think I can straighten this without really making it look weird. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit. think. That's pretty much it. That's all I can do without. Because I'm losing the tree in the top. And now the top is getting a little bit stretched. I have to leave it at that. Bring the sharpness back in. Let me see a dramatic tone number 2. Ooh, too much. How about a color dramatic tone? No. Yeah, that looks good. All right. I like this green here. I think, can I shift colors? Yeah, I can shift colors. So let me shift these oranges a little bit more red. Oh, that's not saturation. Let me shift the oranges a little more red. I'm going to shift the blues a little bit more green. Increase the saturation. The reds. And I don't think there's much left in the sky. Let me pull the exposure down. Yeah, the sky is gone. So see what we can do gradation wise. Try auto. I want to even it out a little bit. And pull, oops, blue channel. Just pull this a little bit. So then pull the saturation off just a little bit more. Yeah, music, the sky is gone. I think Lightroom would be able to bring it back a little better, but it's pretty much gone. I'll look at it when we get to Lightroom and see, but I think it's gone. But I think this is all I can do here. And I just, as always, I wanted to bring this red out to contrast with this green door a little bit. And I think that's, yeah, I did that. These a little bit. All right, oh, time's up. All right, let's do a before and after. Let that render. And yeah, so again, I was just trying to bring out the complementary colors, right? Red and green in the church. And then everything else just has to fall where they fall, like the leaves and the shrubs and everything around it. But I think that makes for a less plain image, right? The raw image looks very, very flat to me. So this at least brought out, I think, some life to the picture. And then compositionally, because it's so skewed, there wasn't much I could do there. But okay, and then a little bit of contrast. All right, let's look at the next one. Reset the timer. I'll get this down. Okay, good detail in the door. Gosh, this is another one a little bit out of whack here. Let's see if I can fix it. To go this way. Dang it. I turn this off. I hate when that happens. 4x3 and just come in. Look at dramatic tone. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of shifting here. These are kind of orangey. Are these? I'm having a little trouble with this color here. Hmm. All right. Oof. Yeah, sooty, right? I got mixed feelings about this too, but I'm too far into my time to make any to go a different direction. All right, let's see. So yeah, I just went super gritty on this, very sooty looking. But once you kind of went down this start down this path, it's hard to go a different direction. But I think that's interesting. It's very dramatic though. But this is one of those pictures like either you love it or you hate it, you know? Um, I'm kind of in between. Sepia would look awful. I'll just show you. Sepia would be terrible. Where is it? Here? This would be, yeah, this is, yeah. That's why I didn't want to go monochrome. I think this was the right way to go to bring out all the textures. But okay, let's go to the next one. All right, thanks, Captain Craig. I hope you like that edit. I don't know. It was a little rough. Oh, you're here. Oh, you do like the edit. Okay, good. It was, I just went real artsy fartsy and dramatic on that. All right, where's my mouse? Here we go. Let's see what else we got. Let me reset the timer. This is from Randy. Okay, Randy. Of course, you got this branch right in front of them, and then this one's nose is behind the cactus. These are cool. These are really cool animals. And I know Randy's shots are always going to be tack sharp. Uh, I think Randy, let me, I was going to say I could switch to Lightroom for Randy's shots because I know you use Lightroom, but I'll just stay in here. Just going to crop in a little bit. See what lens you use. The 40 to 150 Pro on the EM1 Mark II. Oh, I thought you gave this camera to your sister. This might be an older shot. There's not much color contrast here. There's very light greens and very light yellows, but nothing else. I don't know. I'm gonna warm it up a little bit. Doesn't need that. I'm just gonna look at the pop art for the colors. I'm not gonna use this filter. Yeah, that's not gonna, there's just not enough color here. The greens aren't bad though. But there's only green. I think I'm gonna go monochrome. And put a red filter to bring the greens down. Then dehaze the crap out of it. Add a tiny bit of clarity. Pull the blacks. And then these guys, these tones are way down here, so bring this back up. Vignette. A slight tilt this way. And wow, these highlights though are killing me. I don't know if I can pull this down a little, then bring the shadows back up. Let me see. Yeah, there's no saving those. So I feel like a little bit tighter. All right, time. Let's do a before and after. So basically a crop black and white with some little bit of tone added to it. I mean, the color has potential. It's just I didn't like that it was only green and a tiny bit of yellow. It just wasn't enough for me to stay with color. So and the that tannish color on the goats or whatever they are weren't strong enough against the greens, so I just couldn't separate them that way. But okay, I think that actually as a black and white that still looks okay. Yeah. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, the color has potential though. That's a problem with these edits, like going with a 4-minute time. If I put it in color with the same adjustments other than doing black and white, it looks all right too, right? So you could go either way. I mean, the main thing was trying to separate the tones a little bit more because it was just a little bit flat. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, we have a nice portrait here from Levente. Must be another one of his girlfriends. Oh, sorry, don't want to get you in trouble. This is the girlfriend, right? Or a supermodel. Okay, it's just a little bit of here. This shoe is cut off. So we need to just go, we just need to come in tighter. And she's a girlfriend, but not a girlfriend. I see. So a friend of yours. Okay. I'm not good with portraits, but I'm going to try. A little less headroom. Just above the elbows. Now this looks like a corporate headshot rather than like a casual portrait, but to make this a decent casual portrait, you need to get all the legs and feet in all at once. But since you didn't, I'm going to go with this. Sharpen the heck out of it. The soft focus or... Nah, let's do portrait. That'll soften it up just a bit. And no color adjustments. What, this is the EM10, right? Yeah, EM10 with a 40 to 150 kit lens. Just work with the tones a little bit. And tiny bit there. And let's just go to 5500K. Tiny bit warmer. About an 8 on the vignette. Yeah, the highlights. Where's her face? Her face is up here. They're all up here. As soon as I pull this down, it doesn't look natural. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Light tilt this way. Okay. I think that's all I can do with this. I'd like to bring, I don't have individual colors, so let's see what a normal gradation looks like. Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, my battery's gone. Okay. I'll swap back over. All right, time's up. So you guys can look at that while I swap the battery. Okay, I think that came out okay. It's just very subtle. Very, very subtle change. But it looks a little better. All right, yeah, Levente, just send it at the end. That'll be fine. I'll do it in Lightroom at the end. I might have a little more luck in Lightroom. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. We start the timer. Oh, cool. A little light trail shot and some mist. Nice. I like it. Let's see. Misty haze. I'm gonna get a little more definition in the fog or the mist. Okay. Then I'm gonna pull the blacks in so that we only see. I want to pull this in. Oh man, this is really dark. Let me put a pin here and try and pull this up. Yeah, that works. And say 4x3, but I'm thinking what that looks like. This light is so strong. I'm just trying to avoid that light. If I can pull a vignette in and knock it out a little more, that helps. Over a little bit. I lost my tree a little bit here. I like this tree. I feel like a vertical crop now. Come on. Go over the other way. 3x4. Ooh, yeah, no clarity. Then just a tad warmer. Let's try 4,000. Man, tad cooler. Okay. All right, let's let that render out. I think I'm done. A little bit of a tilt this way. All right, let that render, but I think it'll look all right. Yeah, I like this. The reason I kind of went vertical is because I didn't like this giant light, right here. That was just distracting to me. And I like the way the light was hitting this tree. So that's why I went this way. Hope you like that. All right. Okay. Yeah, a little bit different, right, music? Very different from what you did, huh? I bet. Yeah, my edits generally, they suck actually. I'm never really happy with my edits when I'm done. Because I always watch the streams afterwards and I'm like, oh, man. Anyhow, Man, we got some weirdo fisheye lens here. What is this? The 8mm fisheye. So we should have a fisheye correction. And everything else looks good. F4 EM10 Mark II. Yeah, perfect settings. I would have just shot a little bit darker, like dialed in a little exposure comp, because it's blown out over here. But where's the fisheye correction on this? I think it's in here. See if that helps at all. I don't know. I think I liked it better without. Oops, my timer. I like the weirdness of the fisheye here. So I'm just going to straighten it a tiny bit. Go with a square crop. And see, it's a little bit soft because of the glare. So just some dehaze should take care of that. Tiny bit of clarity. And click the aberration. Trying to see if I can get rid of this tiny bit of purpling fringing I'm seeing. Not really, it's not making much difference. Okay. I can bring out more definition here in the statue. This way. Let's go really extreme here. And there we go. I can make it a little grittier. All right. Off. Ugh. Right there. Let me off on. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Some vignette and I'll be done. It's a little bit shiny on the corners here. I mean, dang it, not what I want. Oh, how did that happen? Okay, I think time's about up. All right, let's see how that renders out. Did I lose my sharpening effect? I think I did. when I was hitting the undo. Let me look. No, it's still there. Just thought, let me add a little contrast. Sorry, let me just. But this is my final edit. Let that render out. All right. Cool shot though. But definitely, yeah, I think that's a little better. I'd like to spend some more time on this. Let's put that to vivid and then I'm done. And just a tiny bit warmer. Okay, now I'm done. It's not done rendering. Let's see what else we got. I just want that to finish rendering. There. That looks good. Okay. Where's the next one? Oh my God, so many. Okay, I got to really stick to the 4 minutes. Oh, nice. All right, so let's do a quick crop to square. And go right about here. A little more room on the left. All right, perfect. And let's go to vivid. Tiny bit of dehaze and clarity. Sharpness all the way. Turn the filter off. And crank the saturation up. Definitely need to crank all of this reds and oranges. Go back to greens. Darken the oranges a little bit. Let's see. Make the wings black. Right there. Some vignette. We're getting there. I think the image is sharp enough. This is really sharp. 100 to 400 at 5 point. Oh, this is the new 100 to 400 lens. This is really good. At ISO 1250. Oh, that's the problem. So, yeah, I don't want to move this left because look what happens. Nothing. But okay, that helps a little. Let me just tilt it. A little bit. But yeah, we shot at ISO 1250 here, so that's why a lot of the color's not coming back as much, I think. And go right to about there. I don't know, the red channel. I got 20 seconds left. I pull this up a tiny bit. Down. That might help a little with the oranges. A little bit too much. But all right, let's call it. Not too bad. I need a little more time with the tone curve, but I think at least I was able to bring the oranges out by shifting the tone curve a little bit on the red side. And then a little noise reduction wouldn't hurt. Because I turned that off. Uh-oh. What happened? So I would turn this, I would need to turn this noise reduction back on. Maybe to standard. That should take care of some of the blotchiness in the colors without killing the detail too much. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's still rendering. Once it finishes rendering, some of this blotchiness should go away in the background. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. So I think that came out well. All right, let's go to the next one. Dang it. Here we go. Timer. Mouse, mouse, mouse. Where's the image? Here. All right. Let's start the timer. Okay. Dang, this is kind of, oh, Lauren. I recognize, see, I knew this was Lauren as soon as I saw the colors, because Lauren always takes really good colors. Just need some straightening, and I think that's it. I need like a 4-second timer on this one, and that's it. Lauren shoots really rich colors and very tight crops, so he pretty much takes the shot as I would have edited otherwise. I might just bring out these blues a little bit more if I can. And I'm on the I'm on the luminance. Let me do the saturation. We need to see what's inside this door. Should I black it out? Maybe. Oh. See if I can black it out a little bit. Just silhouette the inside. Make it a little bit grittier. The haze will black that out, I'm sure. Let me try that. Okay, I think I'm done. Not much needed to be done here. But essentially I just brightened up the blue on the stairs. And that's it. And then straightened it. That's all that needed to be done. Just a little contrast in the blue. But that's an awesome shot. 830 years old. Where are you guys getting that from? Is Lauren here? Oh, Lauren is here. Yeah, I think Lauren, that's all I would do is just emphasize the blue on the steps a little more because they kind of get lost against this yellow. I think that's a street number. You see, let me go to the blue channel. Let me just pump the blues a little bit. That's it. All right. Yeah, now I'm done. All right, that's an awesome shot though, Lauren. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's see if there's any saving this people over here. This from John Leach. Ice cream, a dog. This is the most interesting part of the image, but it's all distorted and kind of cut off. Let's work with this. Square crop. Yeah, that's true, Plato. The U.S. isn't you know, and the Native Americans, I don't think they have anything that survived that long. They made everything out of cow skin and stuff, right, or buffalo skin. See if I can avoid those highlights and that weird shadow. Yeah, I know. All right, let me fix it from here. I don't think. Oh, look at the colors in the stones here. I didn't notice that at first. That's pretty cool. Let me try pop art, see if I can bring those out more. All right, let's just do it with saturation. Um, and with gradation to bring it up even more. Haze and a ton of clarity. All right, give that a second to render. I really want to see these stones. Oh my God, I got less than a minute here. There's so many interesting things in this image, but I have to pick one. All right, that's more saturation. And let's see, pump the reds up, orange. All right, time's up. Let's see how that came out. Let me get my head out of here. So, yeah, the stones are really interesting here. I would have tried to compose something with these stones and the door, but that's I didn't finish the distortion correction yet either, but I would fix the distortion a little bit more, and then I would focus more on these stones if I were to continue editing this. I think that's kind of interesting. There's a lot of interesting things in this photo. I like this wood. This wood-looking house. I like these little bushes all around, these flowers. There's a lot of interesting things here. I just a little bit out of time. But that's a cool shot overall. Yeah, John, that's a pretty cool shot. It just needs something, but everything is there. All right, Deb, let's see. Yeah, okay. Where's my timer? This will be pretty straightforward. I think compositionally, say 3 by 4 by 3. Come in a little bit tighter. Maybe right there. And warm it up a tiny bit. Try 6,000. 6,500. All right, good. Nice soft. It almost doesn't need a soft focus because it's already kind of a little bit soft. Let me see what that does. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to pull in shadows all the way down here. Vignette. Detail back. Okay, John, we'll see you later. A little bit of softness off. And this image is already kind of soft already. Oh, I see. The camera focused on the water down here. Yeah, I would have focused up here, Deb. Dang it. Don't think I can make this work. This water. Ugh. I mean, it almost doesn't need. Everything's out of focus, so I can't really make this work. This is the only thing in focus, but there's nothing here. All right. Sorry, Deb, this was tough. Because everything's out of focus except what's in the water, it just looks weird to me. I don't I can't make that work. I would much rather have the the trees around the water in focus, but that's not what you did. All right, let's move on to the next one. I mean, it's really a cool place, but yeah, I would have focused up here. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is a viewer edit, so this needs to go later. Arthur, wow, this is nice. Oh, you're here, Deb. Yeah, do some more shots, but definitely the focus is way off. At least for me. Let's see. Let's straighten this horizon. Pretty good. Go horizontal, actually. Wow, this is already pretty much, that's pretty much it. I would warm it up a little bit. I mean, cool it off. White balance is not working. Maybe shift it a little bit. Just this one orange color. Let me see. See if the haze can bring some of the clouds in. Not really. Silhouette the boat? Nope. It'd have been nice to be able to silhouette this boat a little bit. But I don't think I can because it's right in the same tonal range. Yeah, there we go. You like it vertical, huh? I don't know, the vertical just was too much water. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This one. Tone it down a tiny bit. Nah, flames in the sky, right? Let me look at the vertical. Where is it? One. Yeah, it's just too much sky and water for me. I like the I like it a little bit narrower. I lose my I lost my All right, I think that's all I can do. So before and after. Ooh. It helped a little to have the raw image, but the range in this scene is so high already. The dynamic range, I don't know if I could have saved it even with a raw. And there's a lot of noise in here. Let me see the EXIF real quick. No EXIF. So I mean the vertical is kind of nice, but I think the landscape is better. Because the boat is in there, and I'd have liked to silhouette the boat. I would have exposed for this a lot differently. I think I would have exposed for the boat to be almost silhouette except the very edge, and then brought more of the sky in. So you could have shot at a much lower ISO, silhouette the boat, and brought a lot more detail in the sky. And I think this would have been a little better that way. Because as it is, it looks like the ISO is a little bit high, so that's why so that you could save the boat and everything. Yeah, it's a great shot either way. I think it's a really beautiful shot. Um, but if I were there, I would have chose a much lower ISO, silhouette the boat, got less grain, recovered the sky a little more, all that good stuff, right? And that would have worked. That would have worked a little better. Okay. Oh, is that the last one? Holy crap. Okay, good. Wow. This little 4-minute timer thing, even though I go over sometimes, it really moves along. At least for me, I can't believe it's been an hour and a half. But let's go to the viewer. Oh, wait, we have to go to Lightroom because there's still some other cameras. There could be some other cameras that didn't show up in Workspace. So, psych, I'm not done. All right, give Lightroom a chance here. Synchronize. And then we can look at the viewer edits from here too, actually. So let's let that sync. We'll make all of these red. Oh, color. All right. So did we do that one? We haven't done that one. We did that one. There's a Nikon in here. Oh, that's Lauren's Nikon. We did that one. And then 4 undefined. This needs to be red. And we did all of those. So it looks like it's just this one. Yeah, it's just that one. This one we did, this one. All right. So, wow, we got a little seal here. Cool. I'm gonna crop in to this corner. Oh, and let me bring up the chat window since we're gonna be looking at okay. See if this Fibonacci thing will work. Oh, I almost eyeballed it just right anyway. It's right there. Maybe a slight tilt. Just so the eyes get straight. Oops, my timer. Yeah, this is a great shot, right? Like, if I got this, it would be the only one in my whole life I would ever get. There, that's better. Just click auto, see what happens. Yeah. Let's pick this as a white spot. Okay. Poor seal, looks so sad. Let's work on the sharpness a little bit. There. Okay. And just a slight vignette. And a little bit of dehaze, clarity, texture. And some vignette again. Feather. Midpoint. Okay. Oh, John Yutze left too. Just like 5-10 minutes ago, didn't he? And this is his shot. Feels crooked somehow. All right, my only question is, should I get in tighter with the seal? Maybe. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't want the seal to be just like a dot in the frame. But the ice is really cool. I think I'm done. Let's see what that looks like before and after. Better depth if right is left along in the original. I don't know what you mean by right is left. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That's a great shot, John. I'm sorry you weren't here live to see it. All right, let's go over to the viewer edits. How do I get out of this? That's that. E. All right. If you leave the right side in the photo, the ice is best. Oh. Let me see. Let's explore that thought real quick. I would have to go 16:9 then. I don't know. I like my crop better. I get what you're saying though about the ice. The ice definitely has its own life in the picture, right? It's actually part of the picture, but then the seal is too small. And to me, that's the cutest thing in the image. All right, let's go to the viewer edits. Oh wait. Give me a second. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, grid. All the red ones this time. Okay. All right, so the original has to be this raw image. So this is the original image, right? And this is my Pen F with that 35mm CCTV lens, which is just really soft. I miss focus, basically. I meant to focus on him, and I think I got his shoe. Yeah, I miss focus altogether. But this lens is amazingly soft. I should have stopped it down a little. This is probably wide open. When I stop it down a little, it sharpens up nicely, but then the sides are still all kind of messy, right? And that's okay. So Bob says ditch the Sin lens. No, that's what I'm trying to explain, Bob, is that if I stop it down a little bit, this would all sharpen up, but then the edges would still be soft, which is kind of the effect I like. But it looks like I shot this wide open, so even the parts in focus are jacked up. But okay, let's see what you guys did with this. That was the original. Okay, Lauren, we'll see you later. All right, Bob, this is a good crop. I like this. It gets rid of all the distractions. And yeah, good black and white edit. Not bad. This is probably the direction I would go with this lens. And then make it really grainy because everything's so soft. I didn't really edit this image for myself. Okay, John. Nice vertical crop. Oh, Juan, this looks like a vintage filter. This is kind of cool too. I guess this was a hard one to edit because the edits are pretty mild here today. Other than a couple crops. Let's see. See what else we got. Oh, Neo. Good black and white edit with the frame. The framing helps a lot. And it looks like you did something with the details here. Like really did a minus on the texture slider. That works. I think this is a good edit though, overall. Oops, let me look. Okay. Good tight crop on just the guy and got rid of all the stuff around him. And yeah, there's some good processing here too. I like how you kind of brought a little bit of the reds out. So I think actually it's just a little pump on the saturation, it looks like. Okay. Let me see. That was from Roberto. Okay. This is from DeMorgan. Oh, nice kind of toning to it. A little bit of a light sepia tone. I think that works too. It's just this photo should have been really interesting, right? Because you got this guy, the photo is the problem, I think. Because you guys are editing really well, but this photo, now that I'm looking at it really close, this photo is the problem. Even though there's lots of interesting things going on. Because he's got the guitar case open with cash, he's got a banjo, he's got bells on his shoe. I mean, there's so many interesting things here, and I just, I don't think it came out too well. Okay, Jonas, this works. Very, very old, vintage looking. Ivan, wow. This is a different crop too. Yeah, split toned, right? Yeah. DeMorgan, I think that worked on that image. This is good editing on black and white too. I'm not crazy about this crop, but I like the processing that you did. It's very crispy looking. I think the knee is in focus. Yeah, just kind of. Ah. Yeah, I didn't stop the lens down. Otherwise it'd have been a lot more interesting. Oh, Ralph, this is awesome actually. Maybe it's not the photo, it's the guy's head. You take the guy's head out of the picture and it looks really good. I really like this crop. Because it focuses on all the interesting things. Even though the guy had a freaking harmonica in his mouth, which is interesting, you cut the guy's head out, and I think this makes the shot. This is awesome. I think this is my favorite one so far. I used f1.6. I guarantee this lens was wide open because I shoot with this lens a lot. So I can tell based on how everything is out of focus just about that I shot this wide open. But it was so dark, I pretty much had to. I mean, you can see I was like at, let's see, ISO 1000, 1/25 of a second, so it was really dark. Bob, you almost went with the shoes alone, right? Yeah, but I like this crop. I like that one. This is good too. This is good too, but everything, yeah, the fact that everything's out of focus. I'm not sure I like the yellow highlights though. I wonder. This is from Image Writer. Um, Actually, that's kind of growing on me when I kind of look at it for a minute. It's kind of growing on me. I do actually like the little yellow accents on it. So it's kind of like a partial color, right? That's an interesting edit, and I love the framing, the way it's kind of etched out like it's an old photograph or something. Oh, you're here, Ralph. Yeah, I think I liked yours the best so far, cropping wise. That really, I don't know why that worked, but it worked really well. And this is from Marcel. Okay. That's interesting. He went kind of full color into sepia. That's kind of cool. I never thought of that. I think I like this processing the best. I liked Ralph's edit overall better, but I like this processing better because I've never seen this before. Somebody going from like this full color up in the corner into a sepia. That is cool because it's not partial color, right? You're not picking one color. You're taking all the colors and fading into the sepia. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's see. And this is Serge. Yeah, see, Serge went with the money, right? That's cool. That's cool. I like this too. Just looking at excuse me, just looking at the money basically, and the frickin' shoes with the little tambourines on them, or whatever you call those things on his feet that make noise. And then Dawood did almost the same thing, right? But he went very dark. This is interesting too. And it looks like you brushed out the sign here. I like this. I would have liked the highlights to be a little bit brighter. Just a little brighter on the highlights, and this would have been it. I think like right here, like that. Just a little brighter on the highlights like that, and I think that really makes this image pop now. This is a good edit too. I like this a little better than Serge's. Um, Even though it's almost the same crop. Photo shot at 1. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, Serge always has good edits though. Serge and Neo, they always do, I'm always, they always have good edits, but everyone else is kind of cranking out today. Yeah, this is good processing on the black and white, but the problem is with my picture, it's not your processing. That was from John Leach. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Photoshop at 1.6. Yeah, f1.6, definitely. And Deb, yep, Deb at least straightened out the lines and everything, right? And good processing on black and white. But yeah, and then just cropped in tight. But it's not your fault, Deb. It's a really good edit, but the picture just doesn't pop because of the subject and everything out of focus. Like I like this one. I think it's a tie between I don't like this crop, but I love the edit here. This is very interesting. God, every one of these. I like this crop the best though. I don't know why. Yeah, the message on the white paper, right? You can tip with your phone now. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one as my favorite from Dawood. After I brighten the highlights up, right? As it was almost there. But I think with just a little bit on the highlights like I added there, this made it work for me. So, yeah, awesome edits as usual, guys and gals. That's really good processing. I mean, Neo's was good. He kind of softened up the stuff somehow. They're all good. It's always interesting to see everybody's kind of perception of the same image. Even a crappy one like this. I didn't really realize how bad this one was until... I mean, I should have known it was bad because I really couldn't edit this picture myself, but you guys really pulled some stuff out. Really made this picture work a couple times. Man. What was this message? It was something about tipping with your phone, right? PayPal me and Venmo. I have never even heard of Venmo. I don't know what that is. But this was before, you know, COVID and all that. This was late last year, I think. But yeah, I like Ralph's crop the best. I like the processing, I think, on this one the best. And Marcel said you did that with Affinity, huh? Okay. Yeah, this was definitely the best processing. But overall, this is my favorite one. Okay, we'll call it here. So, as always, thanks again for editing my image. You guys did an awesome job. They were all really pretty good. I didn't think I gave you a bad picture, but after looking at it, that was a bad picture to give you guys. I'll try and pick a good one for Sunday. So, I'll try, I promise. But, anyhow, I was sorry, just reading the comments. Elaine, I didn't know you were here. How you doing? But thanks again. It was always fun editing your images. I hope you enjoyed the edits that I did today. Some of them were pretty good, I thought. But I'm going to do this again on Sunday, so look for an update tomorrow or Saturday so you can start upload. I mean, you can upload your pictures anytime if you have the link, so you don't have to wait for me to post the live stream. So feel free to submit your images anytime, but you have to wait for the live stream if you want to edit my picture. But all right, you guys have an awesome weekend. We'll see you back on Sunday. Thanks again.